Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Yeah, with Bitcoin, not really any change to yesterday's video. I mean, I made the video yesterday and we had re-entered here this support area, this orange support area that is based on the Fibonacci support levels here of the third wave, the retracements. We're talking about the level between 22K and 22,724, pretty much, plus minus a few dollars depending on the exchange. This 50% level, ideally we are holding it. Below that level, it will basically not be possible to justify that it's still a wave 4. We would then have to find another solution for it, and in my opinion it would then become much more likely that this here is just an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave to the upside, so that we have only 3 waves up. I mean, 1, 2, 3 makes sense. But if we now come down impulsively, it makes it very likely that, you remember when we still had the that green fourth wave here, and a lot of people were waiting for that stronger retracement. Now we reached the support area, but we only touched it. Now that happens quite frequently, because sometimes, there is no rule that, for example, a wave 4 retracement needs to go to the 38.2 fib or the 50%. I often say that the 23.6 fib, which is the top here, is the minimum, and that's fine. Nobody can look into the future, but that should be clear that the 23.6 fib can already be enough for a fourth wave. But still, a lot of people wanted a stronger retracement. Now again, the market doesn't really care about what we want. However, it would have been ideal, because first of all, we've got the 200-day moving average down here that was never retested. And also, in such a wave 4, which is quite large, I mean, if you look at the size of the third wave, ideally, we were looking for a stronger fourth wave. So, the idea that this could be an overshooting B wave is still there. It still exists. It's still possible that we could get a strong C wave down here, deeper into this area. And then again, it's about, as long as the 18,670 level is holding, we can still focus on higher. So first of all, it's this level here, 22K. If we drop below that, then ideally we're getting once more into this area and we had an overshooting B wave. There's a chance that this is just a 1-2-1-2 setup. So we could get a little bit of support in this area down here where we have these previous wave 2s. But we won't know it until we get there. But this is certainly a small support area. But if we drop below that, then we have this situation that this was an A wave down, an overshooting B wave, and we come down in C. So basically an expanded flat. These are quite common, especially in crypto and especially recently, because basically they are so-called fake outs. But let's see, at the moment we are in this scenario here, and as long as we're holding the orange support area, we can look at a fifth wave to the upside. We have not yet come down to retest this ascending trend line. We had here a little bit of a channel. You can see how we touched the ceiling here a few times. So I wouldn't be surprised to come down to that level and maybe retest that ascending trend line, retest the 50% fib level of the orange box, and then move to the upside in a fifth wave in orange. Here target would be around 24,285. That's a 61.8% fib of the third wave. Normally a common target for a third wave. For a fifth wave. So yeah, and that's sort of where we are. Not really any change to the previous video. We could zoom in a little bit and try to make sense of it. We have, and that has been the expectation. We have come lower than the A wave, now really only with this small wick and only a few dollars. But normally a C wave does it. So if you want it like that, scenario fulfilled. But ideally we go down a bit lower, but that's only, we're looking for the ideal wave structures. We don't need to. Theoretically, the low could now be in here. As said in the previous video, we could get something like a head and shoulders pattern. It would be now a very, very ugly one, to be honest. But again, we're not out of the woods yet. The C wave could still be continuing, absolutely. I mean, in the C wave, there are various ways of counting this. Wouldn't get too caught up in the weeds of the subwave counts here, to be honest, because you have 2 or 3 possibilities here as well. But we could be watching if we're getting here a wave 1, a wave 2, then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was the 3. This here could be a 4, and we could then still come down in a wave 5. So one more low. That is, yeah, that's possible still, because in this move up we reached the 50% fib level. So if we come now down impulsively, my first thought would be that this is the fifth wave of the C wave, with then I think an ideal target probably of the 38.2% fib level, which will be sitting here around 22,340, the 38.2 fib. And that's basically where we are. I mean, if we now move above the 50% fib, which means we are breaking also above this high, this presumed wave 4 high, then it is an indication that the low was already made. That's possible as well. You can count it either way. But then we now need to look at, just watch out for the key levels. We know that a wave 4 normally does not retrace more than the 50% fib. So if it does that, then we have a good chance that this is already the move to the upside. Eventually we need evidence by breaking above the 23,360 level, yeah. You could argue this is a small bull flag. I mean, yeah, we need to see. It's just a possibility that we could still get one more low. We haven't moved up high enough to invalidate that. I mean, you have here the 50% fib level, yes, and then if we break into the wave 1 low, 23,060, I mean, that would be in the additional evidence, because a wave 4 should normally not break into the wave 1 range. So that would be an additional piece of evidence that the move to the upside has already begun. And then we look at these targets here that I just mentioned in this video. So yeah, a little bit of a boring day. Normally we see a little bit of volatility towards the end of the weekly candle close, and next week we have the core PCE numbers. It will be interesting towards the end of next week, and then also on the 1st of February, I think that is it Monday of the week after next, we have the interest rate decision, yeah, the next FOMC meeting. So that will be the next big event to watch after core PCE. So we are gonna head still into volatile times. Don't forget, today we've got the member live stream about indicators and how to use indicators together with Elliott Wave. Last week we talked about the MACD. That was very popular, so channel members asked for a continuation. So today we're talking about moving averages and the RSI, not what they are necessarily, but how to use them together with Elliott Wave to confirm wave counts. If you're interested in that, check out the channel membership. The live stream is at 5 p.m. UTC, and you can always rewatch the previous live streams as well. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.